everyone, welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. I'm so glad you're here and welcome to Vlogmas Day 6. I am super glad you're here, and it's also a day that we get to start our Advents. Listen, my microphone battery is dead because we left it out last night, and so it's charging now, so I'll have it on later in the video. So you may have to adjust your volume, like turn it up right now, and then later on you may have to turn it down. But we're gonna do some fun stuff today. May have a little chit chat. I don't know what we're gonna do. I know we're gonna make a sourdough loaf of bread today. I'm so excited. Okay, so as you know, today is the first day of December for us, second day for you. And so we start opening Advents. Now tonight, Bryant and I will open one together. That's going to be super fun. I'm super excited about it. And I'm excited about this one, but this one is kind of like girly stuff. So I told him he could go on to work at the farm and I'll open the girly Advent by myself. So this is a beautiful box. This is very teenage girl oriented, which I'm fine with that. And it's 24 days of magical moment Advent calendar. There's body washes, there's shampoos, there's all kinds of stuff like that. And it's by Lovery, L-O-V-E-R-Y, Lovery, I think is how you pronounce it. But so we're gonna open up day one, which day one is down here on the bottom. Super cute. Oh, it's a candle, I think. Oh, it is. I'm glad I got my glasses on. Tea tree. It's a tea tree candle. Now, I'm not super fond of tea tree scent, but like if there's some aromatherapy, I guess, that goes along with this, so, is it my favorite scent? No, but if there's some properties in it that I need, then let's see. Let's see here. I was going to see what it says on the back. The back gives you like a description of what you've got. And I don't see a candle. I don't see a candle. Oh, there it is. Scented candle. Burn for a minimum of 2 hours and maximum of 3. This will ensure the wax burns evenly. It doesn't really say if it's good for anything or anything, but, well, I have a tea tree scented candle. I think the little votive is cute. We could do something with that, even if I don't like, but it's kind of a fresh, I don't know, it's growing on me. This may be a good bathroom scent. Like it's clean. I don't know, it's growing on me. I didn't like it at first. I think because I was expecting like pine or fir or Christmas scents. I don't know, I do like that. I do like that. That would be a great scent in the bathroom. So I believe that's where it's gonna go. All right, so that was day one out of this one. I can't wait to see what tomorrow holds. I guess I'll leave that open. These are cute. They look like little doors opening. I wonder if they all open like that. Oh no, some open down, some open up. So we'll see. All right, so I've got a little bit of cleaning to do. If you watched yesterday's Vlogmas, you know we put up and decorated our Christmas tree. Not the prettiest tree we've ever had. It's super big, super full. It's just not shaped as pretty as I would like, but it's okay. I love it. And that's the fun thing about getting a live Christmas tree is you never, I mean, they're all different. We've had them to where we've just like hysterically laughed. We did at one time until I think we fixed it, but we bought one time and it ended up being so tall it scratched the ceiling. But I guess we painted over it and fixed it. But yeah, you'd never know, and it's fun. But this may be the last year that we do this. We may still go to the mountains and go to a tree farm because Caroline likes to buy live roping. I usually buy live roping. I didn't this year. But, and it's a good experience for the boys. And that way we could go back to the one that we're used to and has the pony rides and all that stuff. Now, we enjoyed Frosty's greatly. I just don't think it offered as much for the boys as the other one does. So we may go back to the other one and just get roping and still make a day of it. And so I'm going to be looking for a Christmas tree. So I know that, what's that one online? Balsam. They're very expensive, but they're very good trees. I'm going to look at Hobby Lobby, and I bought an artificial one from somebody last year, but I don't know if it's actually the kind that I haven't looked at it. I need to get it out and look at it and see. So, anyway, let's just jump into cleaning anyway, as I was saying, and I got myself sidetracked, we made a mess last night, you know, bringing in the ornaments, the needles. The house is a mess, so I want to clean up the kitchen. We had a late supper, very late supper. So I want to clean up the kitchen. I want to clean up in the living room, or at least pick up. And my groceries are outside. They were just delivered. I have just started doing the delivery thing. And I don't think I actually meant to do the delivery this time. I meant to do pickup. But then I thought about it and I thought, well, if I did early morning, then that would save me time and I wouldn't have to go out. So anyway, and then it ended up being a great thing that I did delivery because I slept almost none last night. None. And so I am going on borrowed energy. So let's pick up, let's clean the kitchen, and then let's get on to making that sourdough loaf. So there's no real point in me cleaning the kitchen until I've shared with you the grocery haul because I still have to put all that stuff away. So let's go ahead and do that. Then I'll clean the kitchen. So I'm just going to walk around here and show you what we have, what it's for, what I'm going to do, and so forth. So let me get you turned around. All right, let's start on this side where you see 3 bags of sour cream and onion potato chips. 2 of these bags are going to be crushed up fine in the food processor to make a breading for chicken nuggets. That's one of our go-tos, and I haven't made them in a long time. So I'm going to make those one day, hopefully, maybe not this week, but next, and so forth. So moving right along, I have some graham cracker crumbs here. I make magic bars, what we call magic bars, but it's the 7-layer, but ours does not have 7-layer. But anyway, I make those, and I use graham cracker crumbs for my goodies. I think there's probably several of my goodies that call for graham cracker crumbs. So I went ahead and started getting some of my goodies stuff that I'll just have on hand. Semi-sweet mini morsels, I'll use them like crazy. This will not be my only purchase of those. In fact, I was going to look for that huge bag at Sam's, but I forgot. Then we went to Costco and I couldn't find them. So I thought, well, I'll just get started with these and then I can purchase that later. I got some milk chocolate morsels. I do think Bryant prefers his brickle made with the milk chocolate. I'm not sure. I'll probably do one of each. But anyway, also I'm going to be using a lot of the marshmallow fluff this year. I've got my fudge that calls for it, and I have another recipe that calls for it. Also, our 7 layers uses coconut, so I got some coconut. One of my new recipes calls for melted down caramel, and I did not want to unwrap the little squares, you know, like a whole bag of those little squares, because when you unwrap those papers stick to you. It's like there's static cling in those papers, and that paper sticks. So I saw these, so we're going to melt these down. Sandwiches are a good go-to when we're busy it's a busy season for us. So I got Bryant some ham. I got us some bread. And that third bag of chips will be to eat with sandwiches or snack on. Let's go back here. I needed some cleaning spray. I needed one for the bathroom and the kitchen. I love this. I know I love this, but I don't think I've smelt this one. So I got one of each so I can put one in the bathroom, one in here, and maybe I'll like that one better. I don't know. I also got some dish tabs, and I like the Cascade Platinum. Those are my favorite. And I haven't had them for a while. I've had an off brand. I think I had a Sam's brand, and it's actually worked really well, but I do still prefer these. But the Sam's brand, the Members Mark, it's exceptional too. All right, so moving right on up, let's go here to this wild rice. I am going to use my turkey as a leftover soup. You may see it on this video, or it may be tomorrow's video. I'm not sure when I'm going to make it, but I got some wild rice to make a turkey and wild rice soup with. Also, that's what the carrots. I always need onions, but it also calls for onions and the celery. We're going to use that. And I'm excited about getting that going. I hope it's on today's video. Again, there's the ham. Sweet potatoes, I wanted some just to bake up and eat. And that's what I wanted. I also wanted some bacon because as the weather gets colder, I oftentimes like breakfast. I don't usually eat breakfast right now, but sometimes I just want a good breakfast. And right now what's sounding really good to me is bacon, toast, butter with grape jelly, and a cup of black coffee. That's what sounds really good to me right now. Okay, back here, this is the laundry detergent I'm using right now. I'll use it along with, and this was one thing I ordered, but they didn't have it, so it's being delivered tomorrow. And that's the one good thing about the delivery. You still get what you order, even if, it takes a day. But I'm also using that along with the Gain Relax fabric softener. The smell is out of this world. I love it. Okay, and heavy cream, one of my soups. I just keep heavy cream all the time. So I grabbed a heavy cream, and I also got this white chocolate syrup or sauce. I thought that would be really good in a cup of coffee, frothed up with my frother with some heavy cream. Like, heat up the cream, add some chocolate sauce to it, and froth it up, and I just think that would be delicious in a cup of coffee. So we're going to give that a try. I'll probably have to put some kind of sweetener in it because I don't know that as little as I would use of this, I'm not sure that would give my coffee enough sweetness. But anyway, so I'm super excited about trying that. Okay, and like I said, I've got the fabric softener being delivered tomorrow. And here is our grocery haul. So, it's a small one, but anyway. And there's my microphones being charged as we speak. Looks like it's about there. Okay. All right. So, let me get all this put away. And the clean dishes put up. The dirty ones put in the dishwasher. And then we will get started on a sourdough loaf of bread from Bubblicious. Well, everyone, I have a little bit of sad news. We won't be making a sourdough loaf today. I opened up Bubblicious and she looked beautiful, bubbles everywhere. But I got to looking and I saw a little dark area on the jar. And I wasn't 100% sure what it was. And since I'm not 100% sure, I'm not going to use it. So I've already dumped her. I've already washed by hand the jar, and now I have it in the dishwasher, fixing to turn the dishwasher on to sterilize it. I don't know. I was not sure it was mold, but I wasn't sure enough that it wasn't that I wanted to use it. So, better safe than sorry. We tossed her out, and we're just going to be starting over. So tonight, if I get my soup made, which I'm planning on, if we get my soup made, then I'll just make my crusty bread, hopefully. And if not, we'll find some kind of bread. We'll eat it with crackers or something. I don't know. But yeah, I'm really bummed because today was going to be the day. I was so excited. I had already planned to turn my dishwasher on and set it here where it's warm and let it rise and then do my stretch and folds. I had already thought this whole thing through, but wasn't meant to be. I just don't feel safe enough or froggy enough to try it not knowing. Wasn't 100% sure what it was. It may have been just a flake off of something that when I took the lid off, I don't know. I don't know what it was, but since I don't know what it is, I'm not using it. So we'll just start over as soon as my jar comes out of the dishwasher. We'll start over with a fresh batch of sourdough starter, and it's December 1st. We can keep up with what day we're on, so it'll be fine. It'll be fine, and we're going to get a sourdough loaf made before Vlogmas is over. So if you missed my first few days of sourdough starter, you can start right now with us. So later on today, I'll film me getting Bubblicious started up again. Well, everybody, since my bread faux pas, I've decided I'm going to go ahead and start prepping a little bit of the vegetables for our soup. I'm just going to get everything prepped. I'm not ready to start cooking it, but I do want to go ahead and get, because I hate being rushed and doing it all. And because I work from home, I have the luxury to do this. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just chopping up 3 celery stalks, a couple of carrots, and an onion. I'm working on my celery now. And I like to get the strings off if I see them. But I also like to cut them in thirds because we don't like to bite into big pieces of celery. So I always cut mine at least in half and most of the time in thirds. When I break off the bottom part, I pull a lot of the strings off with that bottom part. So it usually gets most of them, but as you can see, there's an occasional one that pops up. But when you chop them, that usually takes care of everything. So I wonder if I should stop with 2. I'm going to go on with 3. But I am going to cut the bottom off. See, that's what I do. I pull the bottom off and pull the strings with it. And it doesn't really matter because in the soup, they're going to cook down and they're not going to be stringy in the soup. The celery strings break down pretty easy when you cook them. Not so much when you're eating raw celery. I do like raw celery. As far as just eating it and snacking on it, dipping it in ranch, that's really good to me. All right, there's our celery. So let me grab my, and I'm just going to dump all these vegetables right here in the same bowl. Okay. All right, so I've already peeled these carrots. So all I need to do is chop off the ends. And I'm going to chop them until I get about right here where I need to cut it in half. And I like little pieces of carrots too, so I cut them pretty thin. Sorry, that thing's making a noise. All right, I'm gonna take this one away so I can cut it in half. And I think I can cut this one all the way down. I cannot do the rocking motion with the knife. I about cut my fingers off every time I try to do it. So I have to do the lift and slice way. And they say that rocking motion is safer, but I guess when you not good at it, it's not safer. And not that I'm good at this way either, but it's much more comfortable for me, and I feel much more confident this way. And I think that's kind of the most important thing, is to feel confident in what you're doing, even if it's not pretty. Even if it's not pretty. All right. I'm excited about this soup, let me tell you. All right, and what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to cut this in half. And then we're going to cut each half. Just making sure I had them apart. There we go. All right. When it gets close to my finger, I back up and punt. All right. Carrots are done. So now that you've watched my terrible knife skills, I'm going to cut this onion off camera because, y'all, it kills my eyes. And y'all don't want to see me crying. I don't want y'all to think something's wrong. Nothing's wrong. I just can't stand my eyes. I love onion, but my eyes can't stand the onion. All right, so I'm going to do this off camera. I'll see you in just a little bit. And we'll start getting out the turkey and kind of chop it up as well. Okay, let's get to work on cutting up this turkey, not chicken, turkey. And I'm just going to cut it into bite-sized pieces. I'm not really worried about shredding it. Maybe a little gristle right there. There's just, I only had a little bit of dark meat, and although this looks super light and white, it was in the dark meat bag, so they may have mixed them, I'm not sure, when they packed up dishes. But we need about 4 cups. And I'm just going to chop a little bit at a time to get what we need. All right, let me grab, I think there's a vegetable up my sleeve when I was chopping vegetables earlier. Ah, a piece of celery. All right. And we're just going to measure this out. And then I think I may go ahead and make our crusty bread, because you don't want to cut it when it's hot, because then it dries out and it's just not good to cut. Although it is so tempting to cut it when it's hot, you don't want to cut it when it's hot. So what I may do is go ahead and make my loaf and then just let it hang out, and then we can toast up a piece of bread or something when it's time. Heat it up somehow. We'll figure out a way. Oh my goodness, this turkey is amazing. This was the best turkey. Bryant said this has got to be, and they rave over my turkey every year, how good it is. But he especially raved over it this year and says this is by far the best turkey I'd ever made. And I think what it was that I think what helped it, not what it was, but what helped it was that cheesecloth. Now, Bryant was kind of in charge of watching the temperature and stuff like that, so I can't take credit for that. That was all him. See if I can keep him a little bit for sandwiches, because he does like a turkey sandwich. We just need 4 cups. Let's see if this will fill our 4-cup quota here. Okay, let's see. Yep, that's going to be pretty close. Pretty close. Let me see if I can find any more in the refrigerator. No more in the refrigerator, so I got just a little bit more out, and then I'm leaving him some. And there's some gristle in this I want to get out. Ugh. Ugh. I do not like that. Okay, so we're just going to put a few more pieces of turkey in there. I think that's pretty close enough to 4 cups. All right, I'm going to just put a piece of saran wrap on that, stick that in the refrigerator. And in fact, I'm not even going to do that. I'm going to do this. Let's see if it'll fit. May not fit. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do this so I don't have to get out any saran wrap. I could put it in the bag, but I'm not. Okay, I've stuffed it down and covered it up, and we're going to stick that in the refrigerator. I've got my vegetables ready. I'm going to clean this up, and we're going to start on our crusty bread. All right, so let's get started on making some crusty bread. All right, I'm going in with 3½ cups of bread flour. Three and a half cups of bread flour. Two teaspoons of yeast, and I always use instant yeast. That is just my preference. And we need some salt. Now, if you notice, I put the yeast kind of on this side, and when I put the salt, I'm going to actually put it on the opposite. I don't like for it to go directly on the yeast. I like to kind of mix it in first. And so with the salt, we're going in with 1½ teaspoon. And now I just need to get some warm water. You just want lukewarm water out of the tap, a little bit warmer than lukewarm, but you don't want it to be too terribly hot because that can kill the yeast. So let me get us some water and I'll be back. This bread is so easy to put together. You just saw me do the bread flour, and you can use all-purpose if you don't have bread flour, yeast and salt and water. And so I'm going to take my little Danish dough hook and kind of start to stir it a little bit. And we're going to start with like 1.5 cups of water and see where we're at. You just want a shaggy dough. And we're definitely going to need more. And kind of the amount of water you're going to need kind of depends on what your weather's like or what your house is like. If your house is really humid, you're going to need less water. If your house is really dry, you may need a little more water. All right, we may have to get more water. My house must be super dry. It probably is because I'm running the heat like crazy. All right, and y'all see kind of this is what I call a shaggy dough, but I want to bring it together just a little bit more than that. Oh, y'all can't even see what I'm doing. I'm sorry, guys. This is kind of what a shaggy dough looks like, but it's still just a tad bit dry for me. So I'm going to put just a splash or two more of water. And we're going to work it together. This is a bread you don't ever have to touch. Now I may have put too much. And you know what? You can fix it if you did. I feel like I did just put too much water. You can definitely fix it. And I'm just taking the dough and kind of going around the edge of the bowl, picking up any dry pieces. And what I'm going to do to fix it is I'm just going to add about a couple tablespoons of the bread flour. And we're just going to mix that in. Now that's like a perfectly shaggy dough right there. That is perfect. And you just want to bring it together like that. Kind of roll it over a time or two. Get this excess dough off your... This is the only touching you have to do. And you really don't even have to do that. I just do it because I don't like to waste it. And I'm just going to cover this up. And we will see it back in a little bit. I'm going to let it rise for about an hour and a half. I've got my dishwasher. I usually set this in the oven with the light on, but I got my dishwasher going over here, so it's nice and warm kind of near the dishwasher. I'm just going to cover it, set it over there, and I'll see you back in an hour and a half. So while it's rising, I normally let this take its second rise in the pan that I'm going to cook it in, but I'm going to do something a little bit different. Today I'm going to let it rise in a sourdough loaf pan thing, basket, not pan, basket. And so I'm just going to lightly flour the cloth liner. That's going to kind of give it that floury, pretty look on top. And hey, we need to, well, my dish is still in the dishwasher. I started to say, we need to go ahead and get Bubblicious started again. But I'm just kind of rubbing this flour all over it. All right, so we're going to set that aside. And I'm actually going to get the frying pan that I do bake it in out and get it washed up because it's dusty. All right, so let's take a look at our bread and see how it's doing. We're going to get you turned down here. Look at that. Look at the bubbles. Beautiful. Now, what I like to do is we're just going to, I'm going to actually use the handle. Well, let me get a different handle. That's wet. We're going to use the handle of a spoon, and I just kind of like to bring it together like so. And I actually kind of put a little bit of flour down there, and I'm just going to kind of twirl it around in that flour. And what I'm going to do, I don't normally let it rise in like one of these baskets, one of the sourdough baskets, but I think I'm going to today. And I'm just going to let it flop hopefully, right in there. And we're going to just kind of bring that together, and I'm going to let this rise again. I'm going to go ahead and start preheating my oven because I want this to be out of the oven and to be cool when our soup is done. So I am just going to cover this up, and we are going to let this rise again. Even though the towel does not look clean, it is clean. It is clean. So we are going to let this rise for 35 minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and preheat my oven. Okay, everybody, I am without the microphone, so I'm talking a little bit louder. I can already tell you this has risen because the towel is raised up. Look at that. Gorgeous, gorgeous. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to ever so gently, I don't really know how to do this well. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it like this. Okay, and I want to sprinkle a little bit more. I know y'all didn't see that. I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit more flour on top. And I'm actually going to try scoring this. I don't usually score my crusty bread, but we're going to try. Oh, gracious. Hang on. I'm going to cut my hand. It's not right, so I'm just going to score it on this side. And maybe some all right, that's all I'm going to do. Because it didn't come out of my basket as nicely as I had hoped. So, all right, we're going in the oven just like this. We're going in a 400-degree oven for about 30 minutes. Now, you can actually sprinkle some Italian seasoning. You could do sesame seed. You could do some garlic. I'm going to leave mine pretty plain, all but the flour. So, going in. Now I'm going to fix me some of my glühwein drink mix. It is a German drink, and yes, the original drink is served or made with wine. This is not with wine. This is a drink mix. It's a powdered drink mix. It's from this company. I went to a holiday market and found it and fell in love with it. It's by Old World Specialties, and I'm almost out of it, as you can see. But it's just a powdered drink mix, and much like you would make like a powdered Russian tea or a powdered wassail. In fact, I bought a wassail from them, but this is by far my favorite. I love it, and I'm about out. So, all right, I'll bring you back when the bread comes out, and then we'll be starting our soup pretty soon. I believe our bread might be ready, so let me check and see. Okay, not quite. I want it to go a little bit longer and brown up just a little bit. So I'm going to add a little bit more time to it. All right, so while we're waiting on our bread to finish up, let's go ahead and start on our soup. I'm going in with half a stick or 4 tablespoons of butter in our stock pot. Well, I'm not sure why my burner's not working. So we're going to move to that one. And I'm going in here with my mirepoix. No. So we are going to just saute down this mirepoix until everything is nice and softened and translucent. And then we're going to add a few more things. We're going to add some garlic. We're going to add some seasoning. And then we're going to thicken it up. We're going to add some liquid. We're going to add some wild rice. And let that cook. And then at the end, we'll finish it off with some cream and the turkey. All right, everyone, the bread is out of the oven. I don't think I scored it deep enough, but that's okay. I don't usually score it anyway. I'm not sure why I did, but I guess because I'm practicing for my sour loaf. Not my sour loaf, my sourdough loaf. All right, we just want to cook this until they start getting soft, and I think we're there. So I'm going to add in a little bit of seasoning, but I'm going to let it keep going while I grab the seasoning we're going to add. We're going to add about 3/4 of a teaspoon of ground thyme. This is a half teaspoon measure, so I'm going in with 1 1/2 of these. We're going in with about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. A 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, maybe, if I can. Black pepper is my favorite. I love black pepper. I love it. Love it so much. All right, I'm going to give this a stir real quick. I'm also going to grab out some garlic. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. My onions are starting to get a little bit darker than what I want them to. I'll bring you guys over here. My pan gets usually hot on one side because I usually pull it over to one side because I like to protect my arm from the heat. And it's not always the wise thing to do. So let me grab the other things I need. I'll be right back. All right, I want to add in some garlic here. And I'm not going to use it all because my son is coming in the door right now and he wants to borrow the rest of the garlic. So I'm going to stir that around. This is looking mighty good.
Actually bringing me garlic.
And he's bringing me garlic, but it's not the kind I'm going to use in here. It's black garlic. Have you guys ever heard of that? I think it's actually black, right?
Yes, black.
In color. I don't know if it's been smoked or dehydrated or something. It's something, but it doesn't look like a normal clove either. I don't think. All right, so I just put in some all-purpose flour. Oh, here we go. There it is. It almost smells fermented a little bit. I wonder if that's what it's done to it. I don't know. Let's do some research on the black garlic. Isaac can just about tell us anything we need to know about food, but I don't know if you know exactly what process they've done to the garlic. Do you know? Dehydrated? All right. So I have stirred that flour in. So now let's go ahead and add in some liquid. Oh, and then in comes my husband as well. It's going to be a party. I'm going to add in some chicken broth and some water. I'm adding in about 2 quarts of chicken broth. And I'm going to add in about 2 cups of water. Now I'm going to turn this up just a little bit before I add the water. We're going to turn this up and kind of whisk it up just a little bit.
Is that in the grocery store? I gotta catch them. I got corn dogs there.
All right, everybody, I'm going to add in 2 cups of water to this. And I haven't thickened it up or anything. It'll thicken on its own once it cooks. And to that, we're going to add in a cup of wild rice. All right, everybody, here's what it's looking like so far. And now I'm going to add the turkey in. This may splatter, so let me put the phone down. All right, we've added our turkey in here, and it looks wonderful. So now the only thing we're going to add is some heavy cream. And we're just going to let it stay on low until it comes up to a nice temperature. I'm adding about a cup of heavy cream. And we're just going to let it come up to a warm temperature, and then we are going to be ready. Oh, don't that look good? Oh my goodness. We're going to be ready to eat this turkey and wild rice soup and some crusty bread. Let's check on our crusty bread. All right, so let's check on our bread. I've got some cleaning going on behind me, but let's check on this. I just want to see. I don't think I scored it deep enough. Oh my goodness, that sounds wonderful. Oh, look at that. Can y'all hear that crunch? Oh. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we are going to have some delicious bread with our soup that is probably just about ready. Okay, everybody, the soup is done, the bread is done, and Bryant is here. So we're going to try this. We have a meeting tonight. Oh my goodness, looks so good. He's already got a stick of butter out and had it softened in the microwave. He is ready to go. And look at that soup. I just want you to look.
Creamy.
Look at that. Oh my goodness.
Nice color.
I can't wait.
Great.
I'm going to beat you to it.
Do you need a cracker?
Nope. I'm going in right like this.
Going in right like this? All right.
Mm.
I'm going to put some butter on that bread right there. Here. You got butter on that bread.
Here, I want a little pinch of bread.
Nothing better than fresh bread.
With butter.
With butter.
Mm.
How'd y'all like Silent Night last night? She did a great job on the blooper, didn't she?
I don't believe you caused the blooper.
I caused the blooper. All right, here we go. What's the soup called?
It's just leftover turkey soup.
Thanksgiving in a bowl.
Turkey and wild rice.
Ooh, wow. Oh, it's really good.
Isn't that good?
Oh, good, good.
It's like restaurant good.
Good flavor.
Fancy restaurant good.
The texture. The long grain rice.
Mm. That bread.
That is really good.
So do not throw your turkey out. This is well worth the effort it took to fix it.
That's really good.
It is really good. And a great way to not let that turkey go to waste.
It's a surprisingly good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, because I didn't think I would like it. In fact, I told him, I said, not that I didn't think I would like it. I was just like, I didn't know if I was in the mood for soup and turkey again. But it don't even taste like turkey.
Tastes like chicken.
That is so good.
Does everything taste like chicken?
That is delicious.
Yeah. Is there some heavy cream in there?
Mm-hmm. That tops it off.
It's really good.
I know y'all can hear me crunching. I'm sorry.
Have we told them yet it's really good?
It's really good.
Finger looking good.
All right.
And that, my friends, is really good too.
Well, we have a leadership meeting at church to head to. And then we'll be back to open up our first Advent of the year together. The one together. And I opened up one this morning. But this will be our first one together. Do you know what else I forgot to do? I forgot to put up my Advent calendars. So I got to find them and put them up tonight. And I'll be a day behind. So I'm going to have to cheat and go doop doop. All right. So I'm going to go freshen up so we can go to our meeting. And we will see you when we get back home. Well, I didn't have our Advent, the actual calendar out this morning, and it's got a crease in it. That's what I'm working on, trying to get that crease out. So I have it out now. So here's this one. This is my little Santa one. It's old. The white things are kind of just dingy. This was my mama's. So this one has been around for a really long time. This one is a lot newer, but he's also been around for quite a while. But so we're gonna just start everything off December 1st, and we'll change it in the morning. Hey everybody, well, it's the end of the night on December 1st.
Time for the Advent stuff to start, the festivities.
Yay! That's what I got this morning.
Oh.
It's a tea tree. It smells like tea tree.
A candle? That smells good.
I thought that was a good bathroom.
Yeah.
At first I was like, ugh, because I think I was expecting something different.
It smells very clean.
Yes, that's exactly what I said.
Yeah. It smells very clean.
I'm still not getting in this.
You want me to help you?
I need help.
Here, let me see. All right, this is what we've got. All right, here we go. Describe it to them.
It's a snack box. So DM snacks.
DM snacks.
DM snacks.
All right, here we go. All right. Here's the first one out.
All right, let's see.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, so we got numbers.
It's in order too. We don't have to hunt for it.
So here we go. Number uno numero.
And this is like multiple things.
Right.
And there is a calendar that tells us what they are, but I don't want to cheat.
Here we go. All right. Little packet. Here we
go.
Pouch. Number one. Here we go. Are you ready? All right. Ta-da! She's excited.
Just in case. Got my Pepsi ready.
I think.
He's got his sweet tea ready.
All right, here we go.
There it looks like pretzels.
Show them what they look like.
They look like a pretzel.
Pretzels.
With some kind of like dust on it or seasoning on it. Is there something in the pretzel?
Mm-hmm. The peanut butter?
All right. Maybe something. It is peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on.
That's good.
Okay. Whatever's in there is that, which looks like
Peanut butter.
peanut butter.
But what's it dusted with?
No, I made a mess. I don't know.
Is it like ranch,
Right.
powdered ranch?
Get the big box and we'll read. We'll read. It's good. I like it. Do you like it?
Mm-hmm. I like it. All right. Day one. cheddar jalapeno.
Is that what we just had?
Cluster. Cheddar jalapeno cluster. Oh, here we go.
That's what we have. Okay.
But we can't lose that.
Peanut butter pretzels. It was peanut butter.
With the jalapeno dust on the outside.
Cheddar seasoning. That's the cheddar.
Mm-hmm.
With buttermilk powder, onion powder. I don't know where the jalapenos come in. Oh, jalapeno seasoning. So forth. So, okay. I like those. So far, so good.
Yeah. That's really good.
There's not much heat.
Not bad
Just
at all.
a good flavor.
You get just a little bit toward the end.
Want one more?
I could eat trouble with them.
That's really good.
I'm a peanut
Is that
butter
it?
man. Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's one more. He left one in the bag.
I am a peanut butter guy. So.
We left the microphone on the table, so hopefully you're not hearing us
But they're crunchy.
crunch. But they're crunchy.
You can probably still hear us.
That's really good.
I give it 10 out of 10.
Mm-hmm. By all means.
No.
So far, we're doing good.
Look what else she's been munching on.
Nuh-uh.
Mm-hmm.
I have not had the first one. In fact, who opened the box?
Maple cream cookies.
Who opened the box?
And Levi. Levi wanted one.
Now that the box is open, I'll be helping myself.
Levi
but
wanted
I've been
one.
waiting like a good girl.
Levi wanted one, so Papa opened the box for him.
Yep. So
Those grandkids get what they want. Don't they? Smell good?
smells like maple.
Smells delicious. All right, guys. Hey, that's a wrap for tonight. Sorry about that.
They got to see Bubblicious
Bit the dust.
bit the dust. But I've restarted her. She should be on the mends.
Is this
hopefully.
Bubblicious too?
Well, we're just going to stick with the name Bubblicious.
Yeah.
So, anyway. And they saw our turkey soup.
Yep.
And they saw the crusty bread.
Yep.
So, it's been a day of being at home and in the kitchen.
Today was a rough day on the farm. We had a bunch of small little water leaks to fix, and so got that.
They were
took
small
care of.
leaks, but there was a bunch of them, right?
Yeah,
Is that kind of how you sum it up?
You have what's called a stand-up tube that helps you see how much your water pressure is. Those tubes will leak, and so repaired about 10 of those today. Just a long day on the farm. Did a lot of ministry planning. Heard back from the bank today on their loan offer to us on this new building. It was better than we anticipated, so that was an answer to prayer. We just got home. We've had about an hour and a half ministry planning session with our ministry leaders at church, and so just had a really great ministry planning night tonight. We've just experienced in the month of November our largest record attending month ever in the history of the church, and so that was something we were celebrating tonight, and just in awe of God's goodness, how He's using our ministry locally and all around the world through YouTube, and so it's just been an amazing day, great day.
It's been a wonderful day.
So,
Yep.
All right, thank you guys for joining us right here on The Farming Pastor's Wife. Hey, we hope some of you are doing some of the Advent stuff with us. If you've got this box, because you told them what we were getting, right?
Yep, I told them ahead of time.
If you got this box, drop it in the comments. Say, hey, you got the box. Tell us how you like the day one for today. So,
or if you're doing the one I do of a morning, let me know if you're doing that one too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I have been, so far, I am smiling from ear to ear with our Advent.
Yeah. I'm pleased with tonight.
You don't have to put, are you going to put it back in?
I'm going to put it back in.
Okay, you're going to keep it all nice. He's going to keep it all nice and neat.
Yep, so we don't lose it.
Where's that paper?
You had it.
I don't have, I do have the paper.
Mm-hmm. Can't take her nowhere.
All right, guys, we're going to end here.
Hey, do y'all want us to sing Silent Night
No.
again? Let me go get
Not
my
tonight.
let me get my
Maybe
guitar.
we'll do a carol on Sunday. We'll make Sundays our carol day, and we'll think of a carol to
I'll
do.
go get my guitar. We'll do Away
You
in the
sit
Manger.
Right here. Sit right here. All right. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Remember, the grease is hot enough. You can fry anything. Bye, y'all.
Good night, guys.